Goes for a couple, maybe three. A little draw up the middle out of that shotgun look. Valencia is there. We'll bring up 3rd and long. Looks like 3rd around 7. Centennial will elect not to huddle. Getting the call from the sideline. Trips to the top of your screen. One receiver ISO down there at the bottom, covered by Doyle. They're in the pistol look. That one running back lined up behind the quarterback gives teams the downhill running game in addition to their shotgun look. They will fake the give. Taking another shot, going deep. He's got a step, and he brings it in. What a catch. Matched up with perhaps Valencia's best cover corner, Joshua Doyle. He got a step on him off of the gate. Doyle was playing a little bump and run. The throw was there. He went out, dove, and grabbed it. It was a nice catch, nice connection. Centennial's in business deep in Valencia territory. Ball now on the 16, and they're moving. Handoff up the middle. He's got room to run. Going to get to the outside. He will score. Wilson not there in time. Give him a little bit of a late shove. There is no flag, however. That will be a touchdown for Centennial, and they are off to a quick start. Valencia able to force a 3rd and long, but then the long completion set Centennial up. They take immediate advantage with the no huddle. Quick handoff. And the talented running back finds some room to the outside and puts it in the end zone. Extra point forthcoming. Slow snap, but on target. Valencia rush not able to make them pay. The kick is good. Your early score is 7-0. You watch that replay. Really no chance at all for Wilson trying to come in late. And yeah, that's, if I'm the referee, I'm throwing a flag for that one. But that's just my opinion. Shoved him well into the end zone. No room for that on the field. But 7 points for Centennial. And Valencia will get their first crack on offense with 10:45 left to go in the first quarter. You are watching Live Play Sports.tv's coverage of Valencia freshman football. We are home and away, and this week was especially away. Down the road quite a good bit here in Corona, California. Just about halfway, really, between San Diego and Los Angeles. The boys of the Valencia freshman team were checked out of school at like 10:30 this morning. Fun day for them, a little travel day. Get out of school, it's always a good time, right? That kid is big, holding his hands up there for Centennial. Kick is short to the 30, taken by, looks like Anderson, who will plow ahead to around the 43. That's where Valencia will take over with the ball, their first drive of the game. We'll see what Kopp and company can come up with to answer that quick strike score from the Centennial offense. Kopp comes out in the pink. It is October 1st, so he's getting started early with the breast cancer awareness, like many of the Centennial players. Bobbled handoff to Wilson, but Wilson able to secure it and charges ahead for a gain of about 5. Good first down pickup for the Viking offense. They'll want to be able to stay balanced against this talented Centennial team. Be able to threaten the run and the pass on any given play and not become one-dimensional. Sort of a key to offensive success, I would say, for the ball game. They'll go 2 by 2 out of the shotgun. Wilson next to Kopp. Centennial shifting along that front line. They've got 4 down linemen. They bring 4, and the handoff to Wilson goes for negative yardage. He stumbled pretty much out of the gate. He just fell down, really. We watch the replay. There was pressure in the backfield. I think he was trying to make a quick cut when he saw that defensive end coming unchecked and just tripped over his own shoelaces. It'll be third and around 7. 9:30 left to go in this first quarter. Looking to throw. Kopp has pressure. Dumps it out in the flats. It's Anderson. He's got some room to run. It's going to be close, but I believe after that second effort, depending on the spot, he will have the first down. It will be close after that spot. Less than generous, some Valencia fans might argue. I doubt they will bring out the chains in a freshman game. Looked to me like he got more than that initial spot, but on the replay it looks like a first down, but those referees don't have the benefit. They will bring out the chains. How about that? They don't play around here in Corona. They're going to measure it. He did not get it. Did not get it on the spot. It'll be 4th and inches. I expect Valencia to go for it. That close. They don't want to put their defense back on the field so quickly after getting gashed for the touchdown. Going to want to keep this drive alive. Probably see a quarterback sneak that they've run to great effect through a lot of the year. Kopp tucking up underneath his center's left butt cheek, just plowing ahead. Maybe a give to Wilson or Anderson. They're 2 power runners. We'll see what they do. Offense is staying out there. 4th and inches. Big play early in this game. He will charge ahead and get more than enough. The first down, Vikings. Two by two. Looking downfield, nice ball, complete. Out to Doyle. That was a rope from Kopp. Good ball. You watch the replay here. Really nice job getting out to the hash. Putting it on a line for Joshua Doyle, the talented two-way star, wide out and corner. Doyle is a little gimpy, it looks like. He's going to limp out of the ball game and get tended to by the training staff. Hopefully he's able to return shortly. Xavier Smalls will likely pick up the slack at the wideout position. He's been another one of their top wideouts all year. Looking to ball on the turf. It looked like Wilson got it back. He never really had it from the get-go. And that quarterback running back exchange has not been there early for Valencia. We watch the replay here. Snap is high, and that sort of started it off, but then it looked like Wilson was reaching out to grab it instead of just creating that pocket for Kopp to slip it in there, and I think that created the turnover or the fumble after the high snap. They'll want to get that cleaned up. Snap's good that time. Looking to throw it. Pressure coming. He's going to take a shot downfield. Got a man and dropped by Glasgow. Had both hands on it. Couldn't bring it down. Maybe heard some footsteps behind him. It was a little behind him in the throw. Would have been a nice catch, but in the end, you get 2 hands on it, you're going to want to bring that down, especially a kid with his kind of hands. Glasgow can really snag him. He ran a good route, a little out and up. You see him there working the seam. Again, ball's a little behind him. If Kopp had that back, he'd probably rather just sort of throw that out there in front of him towards the end zone, let him settle underneath it. Glasgow had to kind of make a play back towards it. He'll be frustrated with himself. That was an opportunity for a big gain. He couldn't bring it down. Valencia will run the pistol. Anderson now behind Kopp as the running back. He'll take the handoff. Got some room to run into the second level. Immediately chopped down by a nice safety tackle. It will be a gain of close to 5, however. It'll bring up 4th down. Ball on the 30. They need to get to the Centennial 25. And decision time for the Viking coaching staff. Looks like the regular offense is staying out there. Wilson back in the game. And Doyle returns to the field, just on the right side of your screen, back in from that little bit of a nick that he sustained a few plays ago. We'll see if he's able to continue at a high speed. 4th down, though, 4th and 5. Kopp working out of the shotgun. Wilson next to him, 2 by 2. They go hard count and get him. They draw Centennial offsides with the hard count. And these talented Centennial freshmen will learn as they get older. You can't give them those. You're staring at a 4th and a long 5. Don't give them a free 5 yards. Look at that clock. It will be enough for the 1st down. 7:01 left in this opening quarter, 7 minutes and counting. Valencia surrendered the early touchdown, but they're looking to answer here with a drive of their own. Give to Wilson. And he picks up another solid 5-6 yards. Valencia having some success running the ball right at Centennial. It's a big front four the Huskies are throwing at them, but this Viking offensive line able to create a little bit of running room for their dynamic duo of Wilson and Anderson to run behind. Kopp taking a shot. He's got him and dropped again. Xavier Smalls that time with the ball going right through his hands. Xavier Smalls. He's had a lot of success at the wideout position for Valencia. Track star. Long striding runner. Big play threat. Reminds me a little bit of a young mini Martavis Bryant of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That time he let an easy touchdown go right through his hands. Valencia will try again. 3rd and short 5. They'll motion Anderson out of the backfield, toss it out there to him. He regathers some momentum and's got the 1st down and pulled down after reaching the 10. Good 1st down pickup for Valencia. The drive stays alive. You watch there, nice job of getting upfield. Pushes that ball inside the 10-yard line. Goal to go, 1st and goal to go for Kopp and company. Handoff. He's going to be wrapped up around the line of scrimmage. No gain that time. The Huskies were dialed in on the draw play there. It's a loss of a couple, actually, on that last play. It'll be second down. They need to get 12 yards to score. Steps up in the pocket. Still looking downfield. Throws it and caught. No, referee saying it hit the turf. It looked like a touchdown, but he's had a lot closer angle to it than you or me did. We will see. It was a nice job by Kopp stepping up in the pocket, keeping the play extended, and then flipping one out there. Hard for me to see. I'm looking at a small monitor, but I think maybe the ball sort of went through Doyle's breadbasket and hit the ground. We got to go back to the action. Kopp throwing it up for Doyle. That will be incomplete. He caught it, but it was out of bounds. It'll be 4th down now, 4th and goal. Kopp has thrown some nice balls. That one I wouldn't put necessarily on Doyle's shoulders, but overall his receivers have not done a very good job for him today. A lot of drops. We watched that last replay there. It's hard for me to tell what that ball's doing in the shadow of that his body's casting onto the we're back at the action. The end result is that it's incomplete, and the end result of that play is turnover on downs. Valencia, they marched it down the field, but were unable to cap it with what they wanted, and that was a touchdown. They are held outside of the end zone by the Centennial defense, and the Huskies will take back over possession. Ball on their own 10. They'll have to go 90 yards to score, but they'll take it, having kept Valencia from scoring. Valencia certainly helped them out a little bit. Several drops on that drive by normally short-handed receivers. The top 3 receivers, in fact, of the Valencia Vikings all had drops on that drive. Doyle, Glasgow, and Smalls all missed. Let's go to a commercial break, actually. Or let's not. Back at the Husky Stadium, Centennial looking to keep things on the ground. Their last run went for a touchdown. Not nearly as much success there. Viking front 4 all over it. Wrapped up behind the line. Nice job there. Looked like it was Thomas getting in the backfield, wreaking havoc. Watch him there along that left edge. Too quick off the line of scrimmage. Looked like it was Breimer as well in there. Good penetration by that Viking front. 3rd and 10. 3:35 left to go in this opening quarter. Jet sweep, gets to the edge, takes a shot, still on his feet. Will fall forward. It'll be a 4-yard gain. It'll be 4th down. And it looks like Centennial staying out there. They just want to play some offense. 4th and 6, deep in their own territory. They're going to go for it. Running out of the shotgun. They'll do a little quick punt. Clever job there. Valencia obviously hadn't been able to scout Centennial. Centennial takes advantage by running a little quick kick out of the shotgun formation. Valencia will get the ball at the Centennial 48. Will still have great field position even after getting a little bit of trickeration flipped on them. And they'll look to break up that goose egg they have sitting on the scoreboard. And they came close on their last drive, couldn't put the nail in the coffin. They're down 7 with 2:25 left in this opening quarter. Kopp will go under center for the first time today. Toss to Wilson, trying to get to the outside, picks up a block, and gets about 4. Back to the shotgun. 2-by-2. Anderson next to Kopp. Looking downfield. Pressure coming. He's going to escape and then slide safely after a gain of 3. Nice job by Kopp. He's playing smart. That was a good job of stepping up in the pocket, taking what was there, and avoiding a big hit because they were coming for him. It'll be 3rd and about 3 now after the quarterback scramble from Davis Kopp. The whole playbook available to the Vikings with this down and distance. We'll see what they run here. Up the middle to Wilson. He's running with a head of steam. Will pick up the first down and more deeper into Centennial territory. Good job up front by the Viking offensive line. Big hole for Wilson to run through. Just under a minute in this opening quarter. Valencia marching. Fake to give to Wilson. Rolls out. Throws it in the flats to Doyle. Who steps out of bounds after a couple. Nice little job by Doyle, selling the block, leaking out into the flats. Oh, he dropped it. I didn't even see that. He dropped it again. Doyle having some trouble here today. Having some trouble bringing the ball in. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 33. They need to get to the Centennial 24. And movement up front. That's going to be a false start against the Vikings. Back them up 5. Going trips, 3 to the top, 1 Xavier Smalls. ISO'd out to the bottom though. Motion Wilson out wide, toss it out to him. And they'll get to him. Team speed by Centennial. Nice play in the open field. That'll wrap up the first quarter of this ball game. Centennial 7, Valencia 0. We'll be right back for second quarter action. You are watching Live Play Sports coverage of the Valencia freshman football team. Taking a shot. Throws it into double coverage. Not even close. Looks like that might even be offensive pass interference on Glasgow. Looked like that was a premeditated shot from Cobb going downfield. And yeah, Glasgow shoved him in the back. They're waiting on the referees to make a decision here. There is a man down, a Husky down. Looks like the pass interference will be declined. The Husky man, by the way, safely off the field under his own power. Good to see. But the Centennial Huskies decline that pass interference, will force the fourth and about 16. Pressure coming. He gets it off, but it's underthrown. And another flag. This one might be against Centennial. Doyle was trying to work back to the ball. He couldn't do so. There was a Husky in his way who had his back turned to the ball, usually a sign for pass interference. He's still down. Let's watch the replay. And, yeah, that'll be an interesting one to see. Pass interference is going to be against Centennial. Face guarding. That'll be 15 yards. The Husky player is still down, the one that was in coverage and who got flagged for the pass interference. Training staff out there attending to him.
Invented the Valacor. This is my baby. We're doing cycle, we're doing kickboxing, we're doing a self-defense class that is amazing. You're going to get more results with less impact on your joints. When you walk in the door, we know who you are. This is personal training in a class setting. So come on in. I would love for you to see my baby, my invention, the Valacor, and take one of my classes.
And the Husky. The fallen Husky back on his feet. Looks like he maybe rolled an ankle, but he is.
Winning takes hard work, dedication, and commitment. Professional and world-class athletes use Advocare products. Why? Because they work. Scientifically formulated, independently tested, and proven to give us the results that we're looking for, to compete at a championship level. Are you looking for results? Advocare. Use it. The pros do.
Back in at 4th and short. Another big play for Valencia's offense. Quick throw, got him out in the flat. It's Anderson. And he will pick up the first down. Nice job by Kopp. I've been really impressed by him so far today. It's one of his better performances I've seen in this still young season. Nice, calm, little toss out there. Not a high degree of difficulty throw, but a well-taken one. Pressure was coming, 4th down. He had to have it. He got it. And Anders proving sure-handed, which has not been the case for most of these Viking receivers today. Looking downfield, throwing it to Xavier Smalls, jump ball, and incomplete. Just giving his man Xavier Smalls a shot at it. You watch the replay. Kopp just throwing it up there, trying to split the 2 defenders. And in the end, Xavier made a nice effort at it, but it would have been a spectacular catch. Couldn't bring it in that time. 11:23 left to go in the second quarter. Valencia down 7, but it's their second drive of the game that has taken them into the Centennial red zone. They'll look to come away with points here. Second and 10. Looking away from Wilson, back to Smalls. Quick screen pass, got some room. Dragged down by the jersey, close to that first down marker. Nice little design play there. They motioned out Wilson, faked the little flare pass they've shown earlier. And then they come back to Xavier right there, who secures it and then gets upfield and shows what he can do with the ball in his hand. 3rd now and about 1. As you see there, he's close to that first down marker. Didn't quite get it. Kopp will go under center there in the I formation. Handoff up the middle to Wilson. He was moving pretty fast there. Right into that pile, just sort of sledgehammered in there. It will be enough for a Viking first down and another 1st and goal situation for this Viking offense. They will want to convert this one. They came up empty the last time they were in this situation. They've got to be more efficient if they want to stick with this talented powerhouse program here in Corona, California, the Centennial Huskies. Gonna throw it to Doyle, got him. Touchdown, Valencia. A dart from Kopp right at the pylon. Let's watch it. See Doyle's lined up there in the slot. And a little rub route, a little pick route. It's legal if he doesn't look to block. Xavier created the separation for Doyle to cut up underneath. He got to his spot, and the ball was there for him. Well executed by this Viking offense for their first touchdown of the game. Snap's good, holds good, kick is up and good. And that's 7 on the board for Valencia. So the score actually 7-6, Valencia up by 1. Centennial missed their extra point kick on their touchdown from the opening drive of the game. So Valencia takes the lead with 10 minutes left in the half. They weathered that first shot from Centennial, took the roundhouse to the jaw, came back up off the mat, and showed that they're in this game and ready to compete. Should be a good one. 10 minutes. More of this first half left to be played. Let's see if Faubel can get a solid kick. He's been pretty automatic for them so far, or up to this game this year. Getting it, towards the end zone, really showing a great leg for a freshman. But the last 2 kicks he's made, he had 2 kicks to open the game that just went right out of bounds. Like a golfer with the yips. We'll see if he can straighten it out here. They try an onside kick. And really not much of a chance for the Valencia coverage team to get on that one. It didn't really take a threatening bounce, just sort of rolled weakly into the waiting Huskies' hands. Centennial will take over with nice field position, ball on their own 46. Up the middle. Hard running gets him 5. Out to around midfield. Call it 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Not much that time. Looked like Thomas. Looked like Andrews. Grayson Thomas and Marcus Andrews, they've been playing together for a while. Ever since their youth days. Once again, making a nice tag team tackle. See Andrews get off his block, get in there, and then Thomas coming around his block, making a nice play. Good job by 2 talented Viking defensive linemen. Pressure coming. Andrews was applying it. The throw was off, though. Flag down late. It will be enough for the first down. Andrews actually listed as a linebacker, not a defensive lineman. Correction there. We'll see what the flag is as we check in with the. Well, I don't even see a white hat out there. And a holding against Centennial. I didn't see it on that replay. I don't know if you did. Maybe right there at the top left-hand corner of your screen. 71 holding on to Andrews late. But then the flag itself came late, so I don't know. Regardless, it'll be first, or let's see what that stick guy over there decides to do. It'll be 3rd and 8. Facing the Huskies. Pressure forces the high throw. It'll be 4th and 8 now for Centennial. They've got to get to the Viking 44. Pressure gets to him. It's Anderson. One of the physical specimens on this Viking team. Bursting through the line of scrimmage. Getting the sack. I believe that's the first sack of the game for Valencia. They've gotten pressure on him, but finally are able to bring him down. It was Anderson, talented kid out of Florida, late arrival to the team this year, but he's certainly making up for lost time, latching on and not letting go. It'll be first down now after the turnover on downs for Valencia, and all of a sudden they've got a little bit of momentum. Kopp will see if he can't take advantage of that momentum. He's going to line up with trips to the bottom of your screen, 1 receiver ISO to the top. He's looking back, steps up in the pocket, throws it downfield, and caught. Juan Glasgow working back to the ball. Big catch. Big catch by Juan Glasgow. He was held out of the first half of the last game, making an impact in the first half of this one right here. We watched the replay. Kopp just unleashed it, and it was a little behind and a little short, but Glasgow works back to it, and what a grab. Got onto him earlier for dropping one. Whew. He certainly made up for it there. That is a highlight reel type of catch, and then love from the team. Big stuff from number 2, Juan Glasgow. Kick is up. Kick is good. Put another 7 on the board. The Valencia Vikings, the freshman Vikings, have the 7-point lead over the Centennial Huskies. One of the true powers of Southern California high school football. There's a big kick from Fable. That's the kind of leg we're used to seeing from him. Maybe it took his team to provide him with a little confidence, but that was quite a boot from Luke Fable. He got all of that one, sends it into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Centennial will take over at their own 20. That's what made those opening kicks from Fable so odd. He just sort of yanked him into the sideline. That was what we've seen from him all year, just booming kicks down the field. And he reminded everyone of what he's capable of on that kick. Touchback. Like I said, Centennial will have the ball on their own 20-yard line. They'll get the call from the sideline even on this opening play. You'd think they'd have a play call already lined up, but whatever. They've got it. Out from the sideline. Then he looks at his wristband. Sheesh. I just don't know about offenses these days. Takes a shot. And oh my goodness. And then you want to talk about taking a shot. Good night. Javon Wilson. Violent. Just watch it. Nice throw, but he left him out to dry. Ugh. Big shot, clean too. It'll be 2nd and 4. Up the middle. Vikings all over. That was 57. Vladimir Victoria was able to get a hold of him and not let go. It'll be 3rd and 2 now. Centennial sticking with the no huddle, hurry up approach. They'll sub one player off. Move another player on. And wait on that call from the sideline. Why even run the no huddle if you're going to take so long to get the play in? Maybe they're just training them for what they're going to be doing on varsity at a quicker pace. They'll pull it and then run the reverse. There was some room. He gets to the sideline. It's a foot race. He is quick. Dragged down by Marcus Andrews. Touchdown saving tackle from the linebacker Andrews. But a little speed shown there You watch that one. Defensive end from that backside completely bit. Was sold on the reverse. And that's just a nice play call by Centennial, taking advantage of a little bit of undiscipline on that backside. And they gash him for a big first down gain. They're moving quick now. Up the middle, not much there at all. Like Anderson, looked like 56. Forbes, Justice Forbes, manning the front line right up the middle of the Viking defense. Like Breimer was in there as well, filling in from the middle linebacker spot. Second and 10. Quick throw. Kelly almost got to, they're trying to double throw. He fumbled it and then picked up. My goodness. They had it wide open, but the pressure was on him before he could get it. You see him there. Or you don't see him yet. As we get the replay dialed up for you. You watch this. It was a double pass all the way. Definitely a lateral. But Kelly snuffed it out from the beginning, got a hold of him, and if he's not there, 13's able to launch that ball, and the receiver downfield was wide open, left completely alone. The Vikings fortunate that their speed made up for a little bit of undiscipline. They're able to force the fumble. Centennial fortunate to recover. It'll be 3rd and 12. 3rd and 10, actually. Oh, got him. Sack. Vladimir Victoria. Watch this one. He just manhandled the guy responsible for him up the teeth of that offensive line, and then he came in with all his weight behind him. He's a load up there at the nose tackle spot. They could not keep him off the quarterback there. And another sack for Valencia, which is starting to dial in the pressure. That time they were all pinning their ears back along that defensive front on 3rd and long. They get the sack, will force the 4th and 16 now, and Centennial will line up in a true punt formation for the first time all game. They did punt out of a little shotgun quick punt scenario. This time they actually line up for it. That's a nice high spiraling boomer. Fair caught by Erickson, taken at the 21. Kate Erickson there made sure the referee saw him signaling for a fair catch. Last week he thought he had gotten the fair catch, was not awarded it by the referee, and was fortunate to not get his head handed to him. And that time he was definitely making sure the referee knew he was calling the fair catch. Well done there to secure the ball and give Valencia possession with a chance to really take this thing ahead. They're going double wing here. New look for Valencia in this game. They've shown it before this season. They mix it in, usually featuring a heavy dose of Javon Wilson. That's the case here. Oh, and he almost just about broke through. But he'll be dragged down after a nice hard running 15-yard gain. .420 left to go in the half. They'll stay in the double wing. Anderson and Wilson the wings. Thomas the fullback. This time they go to the other side to Anderson. Same play, opposite side. Not as much success. Anderson able to get about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. See there, Valencia up 8. Trying to run this clock down and mount a drive to finish this thing off. Pressure in the backfield, got to Anderson. Be a big loss, and it'll be 3rd and 10. See if that doesn't force the Vikings out of the double wing and back to their standard shotgun attack. It'll be 3rd and 8 now. Third and 8, 3:10 left to go in the second quarter. They will stay in the double wing. Doyle this time, one of the wing backs. Toss to Wilson. Makes a move, but he will be gang tackled around the 40. Not much there, maybe got one. It'll be 4th down. A curious coaching decision by this Valencia staff. Having success with the spread, they elect to attack via the double wing. You can understand the reasoning. They wanted to try to run a little smash mouth to grind that clock down. Didn't work there. We'll be right back for the punt.
Winning takes hard work, dedication, and commitment. Professional and world-class athletes use Advocare products. Why? Because they work. Scientifically formulated, independently tested, and proven to give us the results that we're looking for to compete at a championship level. Are you looking for results? Advocare. Use it. The pros do.
There are the Vikings ready to come back out for this 4th down. It's been a solid first half performance for them. They have the 18-point lead. And it appears, wow, they're going to keep the offense out there. I don't know if I can agree with this one. I really don't know about this. Maybe a hard count here. Try to draw Centennial off sides. Almost got him there. And worth a try. Worth a try. They had timeouts to burn, so they sent the offense out there to try to work the hard count, get Centennial to jump. Centennial would not bite. So Valencia forced to burn a timeout, and I expect them to do the smart thing and punt this ball and try to take the 8-point lead into half. 2:30 left to go before we do that. Still plenty of time for the Huskies to put some points on the board before the break. Surprised because Valencia's offense is still out there on 4th down. They're going to go for it. Going to get that off. It will fall incomplete. Erickson takes a shot. I'm sorry, that's just not very smart coaching. And it's going to give Centennial excellent field position. Not the smartest decision there to go for it in your own territory. 2:23 left to go in the first half. You have the lead. Doesn't make much sense. I don't know. I don't know. Running the option. Late pitch. And nice stick there by, looked like Doyle. Coming up and saving that from going for much more. But a 3, close to 4-yard gain on 1st down. That clock will run, and that clock is Valencia's good friend at the moment. They want to keep this lead at 8. Fake the give, quick throw, complete. He's got room to run. It's going to be a sprint. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Centennial, and another late hit from Wilson. He's going to get flagged for that one. He ought to know better. He got lucky the first time around, not getting called. He takes the cheap shot there and gets flagged for it. Talented kid, but that's just inexcusable. Absolutely inexcusable. Hits him so late. I'm surprised a cop didn't show up on the field to ticket him for running a red light. He was late. And cheap. That's a no-no, Javon. You need to learn better and quick. Learn better and quick. We watched that one. Nicely executed play by Centennial. Come on, kid. A lot of talent, but if you're that much of a bonehead, I don't know. You can't really excuse that. Cannot really excuse that. And we'll just call it not very smart. To cap off a not very smart decision by the coaching staff to elect not to punt. And no, he did not get it. He caught it, but the ball did not cross the end zone line, so it will be no good. It will be no good. And Valencia will keep the 2-point lead. They're playing a really good first half out there, but the questionable decision to go for it in their own territory on 4th down gives Centennial great field position, and they take advantage of it with the wide receiver screen, house it from deep. And this thing is close. It should be a good one to finish this thing off. You are watching LivePlaySports.tv. We'll be right back to finish off this first half. Uh-oh, a lot of room for Doyle. It's a foot race, only the kicker to stop him. And Doyle, how about that? Late arrival from the backside, showing some speed of his own to keep him from housing it, but whoa. This game just flipped in a hurry. Joshua Doyle making a play on special teams. What a finish to this first half. The Vikings have another opportunity to score before half off the electric return from Joshua Doyle. Touchdown saving tackle to keep him from going the distance. 1:19 left, so the clock is a factor, but with the ball on the 11, plenty of room on the clock for the Vikings to score. Timeout on the field. You see right there here at Husky Stadium. 1:16.
I invented the Valacor. This is my baby. We're doing cycle, we're doing kickboxing, we're doing a self-defense class that is amazing. You're going to get more results with less impact on your joints. When you walk in the door, we know who you are. This is personal training in a class setting. So come on in. I would love for you to see my baby, my invention, the Valacor, and take one of my classes.
takes hard work, dedication, and commitment. Professional and world-class athletes use Advocare products. Why? Because they work. Scientifically formulated, independently tested, and proven to give us the results that we're looking for, to compete at a championship level. Are you looking for results? Advocare. Use it. The pros do.
Uh-oh, hook and ladder. That'll do it for the first half. Valencia 21, Centennial 12. And a solid performance from these Valencia Vikings against, as we've said multiple times, one of the true powerhouses of Southern California. There's a little confusion on the field, but that will be it for the first half. You have been watching Live Play Sports. We'll be right back to finish this thing off. It should be an exciting one down to the wire. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to the second half of this freshman clash between Centennial and Valencia. We've got some plays of the first half to dial back for you and catch you up in case you're just tuning in. Here you go. A little quick screen that was snuffed out. If you remember, that was a design double pass that could have gone for big time yardage, but Valencia was quick there. You saw Kelly, first man on the scene, to really keep that thing from being a much bigger play. I think we have some more for you. Let's see if we can get to those. Sorry, we'll get it all figured out as players are taking the field, getting ready for the start of this third quarter. Just received word, and this is Corona, California, where we're broadcasting out of, Centennial High School. Number 2 in the country, their varsity squad. One of the top powerhouses in high school football in the U.S. Last year they took the consensus number 1 prep team, Bishop Gorman out of Las Vegas, down to the wire. 1-point ball game to decide that one. So quite the program here that Valencia is taking on. They have the 9-point lead, and they will have the ball. Joshua Doyle be taken down. I apologize that there's no camera. We'll do a little radio. That's what we'll do. We'll call this thing like radio until we get all this straightened out. But you're watching live play sports coverage of the Valencia freshmen. Doyle took that last kick to around the 31. And Valencia will start out on offense there. They're in the white and purple. Centennial is in the black, all black with little red lining, and some of them are wearing some pink to rep out the old Breast Cancer Awareness Month. This is the 1st of October. It's Javon Wilson through the line of scrimmage with room to run out past the 45. There's a 15-yard pickup. He went along the left edge of the offensive line. And nice job up front by the Valencia lineman. He was able to get into the second level before being brought down close to midfield. Valencia will have it at the 46. We are working on getting the camera back up so you can see all of this unfold. But for now, I'll just walk you through what I'm seeing. Dropping back to pass. Kopp looking downfield, got men streaking. He takes his shot, looking for Xavier Smalls. Xavier tried to sell the pass interference there towards the end, but he's not going to get it. No call. It'll be an incomplete pass in 2nd and 10. Kopp aired it out. In the end, it was too far out in front. A little bit of an overthrown ball. That first half, though, from Davis Kopp, he was very, very effective, linking up with Juan Glasgow for a couple of touchdowns and just moving the ball downfield with poise and with timely, accurate throws. He'll look to keep it up in the second half. He's looking at a 2nd and 10 right here. Kopp working out of the shotgun. Here's the snap. Wheels around, throws a screen pass to Wilson, who takes it behind blocks, runs his way through one tackle, and will be brought down by a second man close to the 40-yard line, and another first down for Valencia. Out to the 41-yard line of Centennial. 10:45 left to go in the third quarter. It was a quick little nifty screen pass to Wilson out of the backfield. He took it along the right sideline, down that Centennial sideline, broke one tackle, got to the edge, picked up some block from his wide receivers. And look at that, we are back with picture and sound. Live Play Sports. Troubleshooting on the fly. How about that? We're back at it. Kopp in the pistol. Wilson behind him. Handoff to Wilson. Wilson with room to run. And shoestring tackled at the 35. And another Viking first down. Hand off to Wilson. Dragged down from behind. He got a couple, but nothing more. Nice job of pursuit along that backside from the Centennial down lineman. Kopp, pressure coming, steps up in the pocket, will try to run it, but he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A sack for the Centennial Huskies. It'll be 3rd and 10. 8:40 left to go in the half. And we're trying to get everything settled on that on your screens. Please bear with us. Looks like we're back for now. 3rd and 10. Facing the Vikings. Kopp looking downfield, pressure coming. He steps up, going to take off and run. Pounced on from behind after he gets maybe 4. Fourth down, pressure coming, forces the throw into the dirt. Kopp took a shot there from his blind side. Incomplete and a turnover on downs, and Centennial coming out with some energy to start this 3rd quarter. Big defensive stop by the Looks like one of the officials found a white hat. Maybe had to dig in his truck for a little bit, but he's got one. And we have a head ref all of a sudden. Option. Pitch is low, and he's just going to fall on it. Probably the smart move. And a late bit of extracurricular activity just off the left edge of your screen. Flag down. And in cases like these, it's not the first guy who usually gets flagged, it's the guy who retaliates. And that time it looked like Andrews retaliated a little bit, and I believe it'll be a 15-yard personal foul against Valencia. maybe some late ball blocking down the field. And emotions running high created a 15-yard penalty. They'll walk off the 15 yards. And Centennial will get a first down. I believe it was an unsportsmanlike. .7:05 left to go in the third quarter. They go back to the option, and he put it on the turf again. That time the pitch was good. He just couldn't secure it. Well, they are utilizing that option attack, but have not executed very well on this drive, putting them in a hole. 2nd and 12. Centennial, one of the innovators of the spread no huddle offense, not just in high school ball, but the entire game. Low snap, falling on. That's going to be a big loss. Huge loss. The snap went right through his legs, and he's forced to just cover up and keep the ball in Husky possession. It's going to be 3rd and about 24. 26, 3rd and 26 is the official ruling. Looking downfield, pumps. And it was a nice ball, but in the end, too far from the intended man. It'll bring up 4th and long. Centennial lined up to punt. Shanks it off the side of his foot. Short kick takes a bad bounce as well. A Valencia Viking bounce, and they will be set up with primo field position. Ball on the Husky 28 is the final spot. So great starting position for the Vikings. Rolling out to the trip side. Got Doyle on the wheel route, takes a shot at him. He has a step, caught it, in stride, touchdown. Davis Kopp, his third touchdown pass of the game, and another Valencia Viking touchdown. This one into the hands of Joshua Doyle. This Centennial home crowd a little stunned. Valencia having a lot of success through the air. You see that Doyle on the out and up, the little wheel route. Kopp stays strong in the pocket, takes a shot. Gotta love that toughness, delivering the ball downfield, and in the end, a great ball to Joshua Doyle, who secured it for a long touchdown connection. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up and good. Valencia 28, Centennial 12. The Vikings rolling here in Corona, California. Look at it again. Kopp stands in the pocket, takes the shot, but on time, on target. Joshua Doyle for 6 from deep. You're watching Live Play Sports. We'll be right back. Foul, short and high, falls in between, trouble area. Centennial able to fall on it, but it was in a little bit of a no man's land area. But Centennial will keep possession. You watch it there, in between the return man and the line in front of him. And he's just going to dive on it and keep it Husky ball. It'll be their ball on their own 26. They're rolling trips themselves. To the bottom of your screen, one man to the top. They fake the give, throw the wide receiver screen. It worked well in the first half, not so well there. Snuffed out. Looked like it was Doyle, who's been busy playing both ways. Went to the sideline, got a drink of water, caught his breath, and then he's back out there on defense making plays, stopping that wide receiver screen from going anywhere. 2nd and 10. 3:45 left to go in the third quarter. Centennial behind, but they have the ball. They're looking to answer. Option brought down. It was Victoria, Vladimir Victoria, having a big gain up front, anchoring that defensive front for the Vikings. Doing a nice job out of the nose tackle spot. I mean, usually you want a guy that will just be able to hold his block, create some space for the linebackers to fill their holes, but he's shedding blocks and getting into the backfield, making tackles for loss. That is a huge asset for this Valencia defense. A little Statue of Liberty again. They showed it towards the end of that first half. They run it again here. It's going to be good for about 5, but after that big loss on 2nd down, it'll be 4th and about 11. Big Carl von Mecklenburg out to man the right defensive end spot. punt. There's no one back to return. They're just going to let it hit and roll, and it will be downed at the 42. And that's where Valencia will take over. Already up 28-12, looking to add to it when we come back. You're watching Live Play Sports.
Winning takes hard work, dedication, and commitment. Professional and world-class athletes use Advocare products. Why? Because they work. Scientifically formulated, independently tested, and proven to give us the results that we're looking for, to compete at a championship level. Are you looking for results? Advocare. Use it. The pros do.
Back at it in a hurry. Up the middle, it's Wilson getting to the outside. He's got a head of steam and will fall forward around the first down marker. Looks like it will be a first down. Vikings having some success on the ground and in the air. That balanced attack that we talked about at the beginning of the game, what they needed to have success against Centennial, they've been able to do so. They're able to run it with good results, and they've obviously had good outcomes when they've taken to the air. 3 touchdown passes from Cobb. Running the pistol. Glasgow split to the bottom. Small split out top. They give up the middle to Wilson. Good for around 4. There's a lot of weapons on this Valencia freshman team, and they really speak to a bright future for the Viking program if they can keep growing as individuals and collectively as a team. As we all know, it is how you grow as a team which will make the biggest difference in the kind of success you will have as a varsity squad down the road. They're building some chemistry here. Kopp with the quick throw out in the flats, taken by Doyle. He's going to be knocked down for not much, maybe 2. And it'll be 3rd and 4 with just under a minute left to go in this third quarter. Still in the pistol, 2 by 2. Doyle and Erickson in the slot. Up the middle with Wilson again, and not much there. He stuffed it around the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down, and that'll do it for the third quarter. As we move into the 4th, Valencia all over the Huskies of Centennial. We are live out of Corona, California. When we come back, we have the 4th and final period of Valencia freshman football. We hope you stay with us.
I just got done teaching a Valacor class. I invented the Valacor. This is my baby. We're doing cycle, we're doing kickboxing, we're doing a self-defense class that is amazing. You're going to get more results with less impact on your joints. When you walk in the drill, we know who you are. This is personal training in a class setting. So come on in. I would love for you to see my baby, my invention, the Valacor, and take one of my classes.
All right, 4th down. Valencia going for it. Quick handoff to Wilson, and he'll get it the first down. A big first down pickup to start the 4th quarter. And the drive of Valencia stays alive. Toss sweep. Wilson corralled in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 3. Pressure immediately right when he took that toss. Huskies getting after it, getting penetration, stopping that thing before it gets started. And it's Doyle with the ball into space. Tries to make a stop on a dime. Cutback will trip up, but solid gain. It was a nice job by Kopp carrying out the fake after he gave it to Doyle and made a little pump to the outside. I thought for a second he had faked it to Doyle, but Joshua did have the ball. Picked up around 7 yards to give Valencia 3rd and a long 3. Watch out for Smalls. Split out wide to the bottom of your screen. They instead go back to Doyle on the draw, and he's got room to run, still on his feet. And after a little bit of flair, shows a little bit of thunder to finish that one off. Nifty moves, nifty, nifty, nifty. As we watch the replay, takes the draw. Good blocking up front. Valencia's just done such a great job at the line of scrimmage all day. Joshua knows what to do when he's got space. Making cuts, getting to the outside, and then saying, hey, I'm not afraid to lower the shoulder. First down, Valencia. 1st and goal to go inside the 10. Kopp calling the shots, takes the handoff. Wilson fighting for extra yardage, falling forward out near the goal line. He's going to be marked down around the 2. It'll be 2nd and 2 to go. Just under 10 minutes left to go in the half. There is a man down. While he's cared for, we'll take a step back. You're watching LivePlaySports.tv.
Winning takes hard work, dedication, and commitment. Professional and world-class athletes use Advocare products. Why? Because they work. Scientifically formulated, independently tested, and proven to give us the results that we're looking for, to compete at a championship level. Are you looking for results? Advocare. Use it. The pros do.
You see the state of the game up there on the scoreboard off screen. The fallen Husky is helped to his feet and walks across the sideline, favoring one leg, hopping off. Hopefully just a rolled ankle and nothing more than that. You pray there's nothing structurally wrong with a ligament or a broken bone or anything like that, but he's in some pain, and you wish him a safe recovery. Our prayers are with you, bud. Still some football to be played. Valencia with the 16-point lead. Just under 9:40 left in this fourth quarter, rather. Valencia quick to the line of scrimmage. Kopp under center. Doyle, the tailback. Hand off to Wilson, the fullback, and he's going to waltz in. Another touchdown on the ground for Valencia. We talked about balance at the beginning. And consider that box checked. As you see here, Valencia rushes quick to the line of scrimmage. Kopp surveys the situation, says, yeah, we're ready. Hands it into the belly of Javon Wilson. And he's going to finish that thing off. Whoa. Flag down. We wait on the white hat to give us the call. Maybe an illegal attempt at hurdling the line of scrimmage. Kick was good. We have not gotten an official call on whether it was good or not. It looked good, but can be tough to see from the press box. So we don't get an official call from the white hat. It looks like it was declined, whatever it was, and the kick successful. So Valencia with 35 on the board. They've held this powerful Centennial offense to just 12 points. It's been an impressive display from the Vikings. Looks like that penalty is going to be tacked onto the kick, so Fab will kick off from the Centennial 45, and he's going to hit a low squib, taking it to 15. Got a little room, and will finally be brought down at the Husky 38. Centennial down a lot, but not too much time to make up the difference. We'll see if they can get something going. They'll need to do it quickly. And you can expect the Vikings to start pinning their ears back and just looking to get to the quarterback in obvious throwing situations. Vikings have 4 down linemen, but they have some linebackers walking up towards the line of scrimmage. We'll see how many they bring. They bring 4. And Centennial refuses to abandon the run. That carry good for round 3. .8:30 left in the ball game. Ball at the 40. Centennial in the pistol. Trips to the top. They ride the fake, and he pulls it, but he's going to be brought down. It was Tanner Miller. Not fooled at all by the fake. just got himself some quarterback on that one. Nice play in the backfield. It'll bring up 3rd and 13. A flip trips to the other side. He's looking downfield and caught. I tell you what, it looked like Wilson was going to get another big shot as the Centennial quarterback left his man out to drive, but Wilson whiffed on it, and the pass was complete, and Valencia lucky really that didn't go for a touchdown after he came down with it and kept his feet. In the end, he falls down and picks up a Husky first down. Quick little swing pass. Quarterback takes a hit, but the running back has some room. Picks up close to 7. Deeper inside Valencia territory, marked down at around the 38 of the Vikings. Centennial moving quickly. They've got to. Down a lot with not much time to make it up. 7-11 left to go in the game. Rolling to his right, looking right, dumps it out on the flats, wobbly ball, but complete. And knocked down at around the 30. It was Erickson and Wilson on the tackle for Valencia, but could not keep the Huskies from picking up a first down. Another quick throw, and he cannot bring it down. Doyle in coverage, and it was good coverage. They've been battling all day out there, and you've got to applaud Doyle for his just overall effort today, making an impact on the offensive side of the ball as well as holding down his little island out there at corner. Having a fine game. And despite some miscues early, he's rebounded nicely and made a stellar impact and showed the playmaking ability that he possesses. False start by a receiver out wide. That is really inexcusable. The wide receiver got started on his route a little early, and there is no reason for that. You're taught out there to just look at the ball, and when the ball snapped, when you see that ball moved, you move, and not a moment before. He's going to get a talking to in the film room after that one. 2nd and 15. Valencia showing pressure. They drop back in coverage, and it is Thomas refusing to let go, picking up a tackle. A gain of about 5 for the Centennial running back. You can watch the replay there. Thomas was showing blitz, then backed up, and then was forced to come up and run support. You see him there. Getting hold of an ankle, refusing to let go. Centennial looking deep. Flag down, and I believe they're going to get Doyle for defensive holding or pass interference, depending on how he wants to spin it. In the end, it was a little bit of illegal touching downfield to keep the Huskies from getting to that thrown ball. Going to be pass interference. That's a 15-yard penalty, and will give Centennial the first down. So they're bailed out of the 3rd and long by the pass interference downfield. And that will, another flag on the field, a sideline warning by the white hat. He's getting into it a little bit with Valencia's coaching staff. He's going to go over there and give him a talking to. There it is. White hat having some words with the Valencia coach. Something set him off. But it looks like they got it figured out. With 5:54 left to go in the game. See what the final penalty yardage tacked on ends up at. a white hat. He's got his flag now. Still exchanging a few words. This time with his referee, one of his line judges. So he changes the call to defensive holding. And it's going to be a 15-yard penalty and move. And here's that second call, a sideline infraction against Valencia, and he's going to keep marking it off. And that is huge penalty yardage against Valencia, and Centennial is going to be in business inside the Viking 10. So after all of that, we're back to football. Centennial in prime position to put some points on the board. Getting the call from the sideline, looking at his wristband. Valencia aligning themselves defensively. Got a man on the slant, caught, easy pitch and catch. It's been a matchup to watch all day, 3 versus 4. That time 3 for Centennial. Won the matchup on the quick slant. Ball was there for him. He secured it for the touchdown. And Centennial's first points of the half coming with 5:49 left to go in the fourth quarter. Centennial will go for 2. And why not? They got a lot of ground to make up. Score sits at 35-18. Up the middle they go. Will not get it. Looked like Breimer was there leading the charge. Robert Breimer, the middle linebacker. Along with Victoria, who's been a presence all day. We watch the replay. This is the touchdown. Touchdown throw, good quick throw. And just beat his man on the line of scrimmage. He was ISO'd out there. That's a tough route to cover one-on-one, the old quick slant. It's a good little route. Got the separation he needed. Ball was there and he brought it in. Touchdown Centennial. They're going to need a few more. It's 35-18. And even though that score does look lopsided, there's still some time for the Huskies to get back in that one, in this one. It's only a 17-point game. But they need to get the ball back quickly. Valencia will look to run that clock. We'll see if they don't go back to their double wing that they like to use when they want to grind out some clock, grind out some time away from the scoreboard. It's Wilson taking the kick at around the 20. Runs with authority out to the 45. Up the middle. Wilson shedding tackles out to the 50. We'll pick up 5. Expect the Vikings to lean on the strong legs of Javon Wilson to finish this thing out. He is a tough runner. Hard to bring down, and he's got a little bit of a nasty streak to him that you gotta like when it's kept under control. This time it's Doyle in the backfield. They'll toss it to him. Cuts back, nice move, and he's got numbers to the outside. Joshua Doyle still on his feet, making men miss, still up. Joshua Doyle getting his first serious work as a tailback this season and making people sit up and wonder why he hadn't gotten a shot before this. These are some nifty, nifty moves. Uh-oh. Looks like a cramp, hopefully a cramp. Joshua Doyle holding the hamstring. He's too young to be pulling a hamstring. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully it's just a cramp. But we watch the replay and see the fruit of his efforts at the tail end of it there, making a cutback. Picking up a block downfield by Cade Erickson. Nice job by Cade. Giving that play extra yards with the extra blocking downfield. But the play was designed to go one way. And Doyle showed off some Barry Sanders, Shady McCoy type of ability as you watch this thing. He's got pressure in the backfield and he sees the cutback lane. Nice little stop on a dime move there. He picks up blocks and sees when he needs to get upfield, does so. There's Erickson again with that block downfield, giving him a little bit of a seam. Just a really nice run by Joshua Doyle, who was injured at the end of it. Like we said, hopefully just a cramp. And he's able to, if not return in this game, come back strong for next week. 4:35 left to go in the game. Valencia up by 17 points. They have 35. The Centennial Huskies have 18. And Valencia looking to finish this thing off. Got to believe if they can put one in the end zone here, they'll be well on their way. Quarterback sneak. Kopp just rumbling ahead of that offensive line. And how about the push that the Vikings have gotten up front all day? They've, for the most part, controlled the line of scrimmage, and that's been the difference. Their running backs have had room to run when they get the ball. Kopp has had time to throw when he's looking downfield. And when you give the playmakers of the Vikings time to do those things, they will make you pay. So I think the game ball should be cut up into 5 little pieces and given to those Viking offensive linemen. They have had a whale of a day. .330 left in this one. 2nd and 3. Thomas, the fullback, behind Kopp. Erickson and Doyle short side slots. They stay with that little quarterback sneak play. Not nearly as much there, but they're a little bit closer to that first down marker. As you see the score there, just under 3 minutes now. Huskies do have 3 timeouts left, but you got to think that this one is slowly slipping away and slipping into the hands of the Vikings, who, it must be said, have come over with a long road trip down from Santa Clarita, which is north of LA, and headed this way to Corona, which is well south of LA. And they have not lagged for a moment. They have played with intensity and played with fervor. There's Doyle from the fullback position. They're lining him up everywhere. So Josh Doyle back in the game after coming up with a cramp a minute ago. Puts that one in for 6. That is his 2nd touchdown. The middle they go. They tried to draw there on 4th down, trying to catch Valencia off guard. That front four, though, has just been tenacious all day. That time it was Forbes, Justice Forbes, who's been a stalwart for the Vikings all year, making a play on that one and giving his team the ball back. It's 1:20 left in the game. I would expect to see a kneel down here, run out the clock, and take this one back to Santa Clarita in the win column. As we tick in under a minute, Valencia returns to the field. We'll see what our camera op can do with his sweeps. Not bad. Sweeping back into the action. There it is. And there is that kneel down. There is a flag down. I'm not sure what for. We'll see what the call is. And he'll say run the clock. Who cares? I think is his attitude. But a good time for us to thank our sponsors as we wind this thing down. I'd like to thank Advocare and Real Andrews. Great product line to help you be the best you can be. Use it, the pros do. I'd also like to thank Ballacor, one of the great gyms in the Santa Clarita Valley off of the corner of Bouquet and Soledad. Ellen and her team over there will make you feel warm and welcome while giving you an intense workout to take your body to the next level. That'll do it. Valencia with a big